import generative shape design surfaces as editable surfaces within Imagine and Shape. So transferring surface from CATIA Generative Shape Design towards the Imagine and Shape workbench. Within my last video I made use of GeoMagick, which isn't, let's say, not that widely available software, but in today's video I would like to present a similar approach using Blender, which is free and open source. So let's take a look first at introduction between NURBS and the other type, which is polygonal modeling. So over here we have an alias workbench, and we're going to take a look at this image. So we see on the right side we have the car defined by NURB modeling, and to the left we have a polygonal model that is made up from triangles. So it's the same approach over here. When we are modeling in Geotech Shape Design, we are using the NURBS modeling approach, and within Imagine and Shape we're gonna go for the polygonal model. So to transfer models, there's need to be some conversion for the files. So I'm gonna start with Geotech Shape Design, and I'm gonna define a surface, a similar surface to the one from the previous video. So I will use a spline made from three points, and I'm just gonna have this for the length. So I will want a horizontal measure of 100 millimeters. And I'm just gonna give the spline a curvature like this. I'm gonna make a reference plane offset at 100 millimeters, and I'm gonna drag a new spline, but I'm gonna make it point toward the bottom. And again, I would like this to have a horizontal measurement of 100. I won't put any other constraints. And now I will define the surface again using the multi-section tool. Between those two lines, have the arrows point in the same direction, and we should obtain a surface. So for this, just like with the car model, if I will go into wireframe, I won't see those vertices that define the model there, since this is NURBS modeling. Now, to have it transferred to Imagine and Shape, first we need to have it exported, and we can make use of an older file format. So this, the last one, WRL. I'm going to call it surface, WRL. I'm going to have that saved, and now within Blender I will go with File, Import, and the last import option. I'm gonna scroll all the way to the desktop, and we see the surface that was just created now. I'm gonna have that imported, and I will see that I have additional cameras that have been transferred from CATIA. So I will delete the original cube, and I have a lot of cameras. So we have all these viewports. I will have those deleted. If I'm gonna zoom in, I'm gonna see that this is that surface. So we have some shape index line set. We can have those deleted. It's mostly the outline of that surface. And now we're gonna have this surface. Let's take a look. We can also delete some additional element, and this will be our shape. So now if I'm gonna go into wireframe, I'm gonna see that for the same surface I have this this polygonal model. So what happened, we transformed the NURBS model into a polygonal model, saving it as a WRL file format. Now this is made from triangles, so we need to have it converted, just like within this. So we see we can have it converted in Blender quite easily, so it won't be made of triangles. To do that, we're gonna need to go into edit mode for the object, and after that on face we're gonna have the trees to quads. So we're gonna go for that option, and we're gonna see how the mesh will be remeshed. And we have now additional elements. So mostly are quads. There are also some that have a triangular shape. So let's take a look how we can have it transfer back to CATIA. So we're gonna go with File, Export. We're gonna move it as an OBJ file. Again, I'll go for the desktop. I will click over here, limit to selection only, since this is my only object selected, and I will call it surface from Blender. And we have over here some forward, so we're gonna see that Z axis, we can also scale it over here, because there will be some scaling problems, but we can also address those directly within CATIA. So I'm gonna have this exported. Now I'm gonna go back to CATIA, and I will swap the workbench. So again, we're gonna go for Imagine and Shape. We're gonna go for the import subdivision, and this will be the file surface from Blender. I'm gonna have that open, and I will see that the area, let's say the surface, is quite small over here. So if I'm gonna zoom out all the way, it will be only this. So we're just gonna have to scale it. We can do that directly within the edition section. I'm gonna have this scaled with a scale factor of 1000. I'm gonna click OK, and now we're gonna have that surface scaled. It is also mirrored, so we see that point and that point. Within the export, we can do some additional changes for the OBJ. So this with forward, Z forward, we can have that that swapped, so that it will have the, let's say, the same orientation over here. And after that, if I'm gonna press escape, we're gonna have this warning. It will be applied, so the modify, the scaling will be applied. And now we're gonna have this as an editable element. It will still have the yellow color in my case, in this version, but it will be an editable Imagine and Shape element. So I can go with space to select some vertices, and I can drag some of those and have those translated, and the mesh should deform accordingly to that. Keep in mind that there are some let's say some problems. For example, over here we have one vertex that is connected to a high amount of faces, and this will require additional remeshing that can be done in Blender. So basically, within a remesh, we're gonna have the interior, let's say, vertex distribution rearrange, so it will be smooth, just like within this section. But this is a workaround if you don't have other software like Geomagick. Blender can do just fine for this. Okay, so I hope that you find this video useful. If so, please let me know in the comment section. Okay, thanks for watching.